All right, so just to clarify, this is not new. 412 was assigned yesterday. It's due Monday. I normally don't do that, but we got some people neglecting their practice work and like letting things stack up. So we got to nip that in the butt right now. So 411 and 412 due Monday, just 2 of them, but we got to get a check on that and make sure that we're all good. You need one of the worksheets for today. You need 2 highlighters. You need 2 colored pencils, one of which at least being green. You need a Chromebook to share. If you choose not to share, that's fine, but you have no one to check the math with. I mean, you can check it with me. And a ruler would be helpful. First thing we highlighted was that each unit's 5 feet long, and we wrote our name on here, right? You probably didn't, so do it now. I don't care what you write it in. So now, how this is going to work. I just need you guys to listen to directions. Here, this is about to hit 1 minute. I bet I can give these directions in under 2 minutes and give you the rest of the time to work on this. Okay. Now, the other thing is if anyone still feels like they need time to work on the mastery, you can do that as well. So come up and see me after I get done with directions. You can spend some time on that first and then transition back to this activity. So in the Desmos activity, and actually I'm going to turn on my other screen so we can see my camera as well as the Desmos activity. You know what this looks like because we started it yesterday. So, FH6 2XY is your code right there. Now, when you come in here, sorry, I need student preview. I'm going to anonymize you guys. So, this bold box around here matches perfectly the bold box that I drew on here. 4 here, 4 there is because this lot got cut off, right? The lot didn't go the whole size. Now, some advisements for things to make stuff easier. As we talked about yesterday, later in the slides, being on a line or off of a line is going to make a difference. So if I was you, I would choose to put my vertices, like my points, on intersections of lines, not between them, right? Between is going to be annoying. On the line is going to be easier. Same with the driveway. I would put it on a line intersection, not between. So if you want a car, you got to have a long enough driveway to fit your car. If you want a truck, again, you do that. Before you move on from this screen, copy what your drawing is. Now, I wouldn't leave this here, but if I'm trying to be easy, right, I could line these things up. But then we're going to go to this paper, which for anybody watching at home, I'm going to drag this over. And we're going to first, with a pencil, sketch our drawing, like our house, our driveway, all that. Then go back and highlight it so you can see it more easily. Then the directions are on your paper. Shade the grass green. Leave the driveway and the house unshaded. So the driveway and the house should have highlighted lines showing where they are, but they do not need to be shaded. Then we're going to calculate our areas, remembering that each box is 5 feet long, each edge of a box. So what area does each box actually have? If it's 5 by 5? 25, actually. So please be careful. Either you need to convert to feet first, or you got to think extra tough about how to convert to the area. So then we go to slide 2. If you are typing answers in here, you should have answers written on your paper. You should have work shown on your paper. Okay? So if I get on here and I look at who you are and that you have answers typed in for buying materials, you should be done with the front of your paper, essentially. Then, when we flip to the back of the paper, and I'm going to drag this over to the other screen, we have some questions to answer that walk us through. So we're going to work on the fence now. Left side of my property is a fence, and we are going to go back and highlight that with the other color highlighter you got. Notice why you have 2 colors now? So this fence will be highlighted in that other color. Your house can only be so close to your fence, so your driveway will be separate from your fence. Then you're going to calculate how much fencing you need and move on through this. Now this is where it gets really fun, but you have to do the other slides first. You get to pick what the layout of your house you want to be is. Now hold up, here's some tips and tricks for as you get into this. It then breaks up dimensions. So realize if you dropped one of these corners on a not nice spot, like if I come back here and look at what I did, like I tried to be nice, but still it's not like super nice and I can't get over to that intersection. I can only, I have certain constraints. When we get to here, it breaks up the boxes for us. So it says 5.7 boxes, right? See the edge over here? 3.8 boxes. It breaks things up. So then I've got directions on your paper. I know I'm going more than 2 minutes. So I've got directions on your paper. Follow those directions. Raise your hand if you get at all confused. Then, if there's time, we'll start to look at how much carpet do we need? How much wood do we need? How much tile do we need? Right? Cool. So I thought, one, I could slow down and not give you new homework on a Friday. And two, this would be more fun than a lesson of new material. Right? But please, I beg of you, don't make this a pain in my butt. Right? We could just do the next lesson and have homework and the whole whatever. But because we're not going to be able to get to the end of the chapter before Thanksgiving anyways, I thought this could be a fun activity. Cool? Any opposition? Anybody I need to just like have a conversation with now, or are we all down to do this? What you should not be doing is using highlighters to color everything in, because it will bleed to the back of your paper, and that will not be great. So use your highlighter sparingly. You want to do the fence edge in highlighter because we're looking specifically at that edge, but your shading should be colored pencil shading. All right, ask me questions as we go. I'm sure there's something I hadn't thought of. Do you need a new one? Yeah. I only thought to announce that because I looked over at yours and I was like, oh no, that probably grabs you. And remember, your house is different than other people's houses. That's why you have a partner to agree with.
So the half here, you can't change that, so it should be half here. So then it makes sense. Yeah, like no matter what on this side, you can't change that. So then that would make it go. Yeah. So we have 3 by 4.
So, for example, if anyone is struggling, from this corner, I am 3 boxes in to start my driveway for my moped, because I've always wanted a motorcycle. My wife has just said no to this point. So over here, look on the TV if you are at all confused. I count 3 boxes in. My driveway is 2 boxes wide, which means it actually splits this bold line on the graph paper, and it goes up 9 boxes, so I go up 9 boxes. I know that this is going to hit my house, and I actually know that my house goes right here. Right, because I dropped my house edge on the bold line. I can follow the bold line over till 3 boxes in from this edge. So 1, 2, 3 in from this edge. You could put your corners in first if you want. I come 3 and I'm up here. And then my corner's over here. Anybody confused at what we're doing to draw your edges? Anybody need help? All right, keep going.
So that would be 6. So did you start at the 1.5? We're at the bottom. Right. Why is it good to share? Oh, it's all the little steps.
I'm going to come around and check on you guys in just a sec. I just wanted you to have an example.
Oh,
If you have not chosen the size of your house yet, get on with it. Make that choice and let's move on. Yes.
Okay.
Come to this.
So,
Each edge is 5 feet. So each unit, right? So from dot to dot is a unit. But the box itself is 5 by 5. So 5 by 5 square is 25 square feet, actually.
oh, okay.
My advice is convert your lengths first.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to take a picture of this, and then I'm going to do a little bit with you guys to make sure you understand exactly what we're doing.
Oh.
This is why I love my setup. What?
How are you starting things?
You can set up your computer, not a laptop, but a normal computer. And a laptop, you can kind of do it too. You can set it up to have 2 different screens. So the computer just processes what you're doing. It'll do whatever you want it to. So I could set it up to have 8 different screens if I built the computer to do that.
Wait, so you can just drag things from one screen to the other?
Yeah, it's one workspace. It's just one.
What computer are you on?
A desktop that's down here.
No, but like what screen?
Both at the same time. Imagine that this is one big rectangle. This is one big rectangle.
Yeah,
So
okay,
watch. I know it looks weird from your perspective, but this is just one, like, there's a tiny little split in between there.
Yeah, it looks weird.
I know, because the screens up there are top to bottom.
Okay. This is sorry.
You're okay. It is mind-blowing. The first time I saw a split screen, I freaked out. Alright, give me your eyes. Because this is where we all struggled yesterday, and this is why I made this into a worksheet. I'm going to do it up here because it gets your attention more when I'm on the smartboard than when I'm writing on the other stuff. When we go to look at our house, we have 2 different things we're working with because we're scaled. Right? So because we're working in scale, from here to here, I can count a certain number of boxes. Do that on your drawing right now. If you haven't drawn your house, you need to catch up. You're kind of behind. Because that's why I introed this yesterday, so we could pick the size. Like you've seen the activity. When I count this, I am 10 boxes wide. But 10 boxes, or 10 units, would be how many feet? 50, because every box is 5 feet. So we could say 10 boxes times 5 feet per every 1 box. That's going to equal 50 feet. So not necessarily on your picture, but count your boxes, multiply by 5. Do the same thing over here.
Wait.
Yeah?
Okay, so if this is 9
Boxes?
Yeah.
What's 9 times 5? It's 45 feet. Yep, your house is 45 feet wide. Yep. In like width. Not square feet, right? Just feet.
Wait, Mr. Hudson, do we have to do our driveway too?
Yes. So, ladies and gents, if I look at just my house, right, this region, which you don't need to shade, it has a dimension of 50 across the top, feet, and 50 across the side because I wanted my math to be easy. So we would do 50 times 50 to find the area. 2,500 actually. So that we could write in here. 2,500 feet squared, which actually I'm going to erase all this and then write that in. But my driveway, if you need help with the math, I can come help you, is 9 boxes. How long is 9 boxes in feet? 45 feet, right? And then this is 10 feet. You could just write down your lengths as feet if you want to. And that would be 450. Your other colored pencil is so you have another color that you can write in.
Oh, I wrote in my pencil.
That's fine. You can also write in your pencil. So as I walk around, after you do your calculations, so house, the driveway is 10. For your concrete, you are adding up your house and your driveway. Because your house needs a foundation. If you are stuck, please call me over. Now, we have a big brain way that we can solve the grass.
See, I'm gonna pop it right now.
Can anyone think of a way, a big brain way, that we can figure out how much grass we need? Morgan? Yeah. Do the whole lot minus what we've already done. Hey, give me your attention because this math is the same for all of us. If we look at the entire lot, right, the entire lot would be like this dimension and this whole dimension. Right, so how many squares across is this whole lot? 18. Put that on your paper.
18 where?
Yeah, we have 18 boxes and 18 on the side. Now hold up. What if we do 18 times 18 for the lot area? Please, hey, hold on. Just please work with me. Please, right, because I'm showing you another technique. Question is it times 5? 18 times 18 shows me how many square boxes we have. Right, so what is 18 times 18? Can somebody do that for me? 324. But that's boxes squared. Or just like boxes, right? Because it was edges times edges makes boxes. So I guess we wouldn't really need boxes squared. But if we look at one of these boxes, what's the area of it?
5.
It's not 5.
25.
It's 25 because each edge length is 5. So hold on, I'm going to clone this real fast. Because then I want to delete some of this stuff. And this question, you'll come to this question in Desmos, but I want us to be able to get through this activity today. If we are trying to convert boxes into area, it's going to be 324 times 5 times 5. Because each box, the whole filled in box, is 5 times 5. So the lot area.
It's 8.
Go ahead. Yeah, you have it. And guys, this is for everybody. Everybody has the same lot, right? We all bought the same lot. It is 8,100 feet squared. Then we just subtract. Now, this will be independent to you. Subtract how much concrete you're buying. You'll end up with how much grass. So, to say this again, because I know this is weird, when we converted length, we only had to multiply by 5. When we converted length, guys, when we converted length, hint, hint, the fence question you're about to have. When we convert length, we multiply by 5. But when we converted area, we had to multiply by 5 times 5 because it was area of each box. Or you have to convert to length first, like the actual feet length, and work with feet. But guys, here, give me your eyes real quick. I should pause Desmos early. Give me your eyes. Don't make me pause it. This happens. That's a bad color. This happens because this 18 would have to multiply by 5. And this 18, I dislike my smartboard when it does that. This 18, right, the other edge, would also multiply by 5. So we would end up multiplying by 5 twice, right, in the area conversion. That's why. Okay, keep going. I'll stop talking.
Next time you write the book, I was just going to say negative 18
Not add them together, then we can multiply them together. Yeah, we can do that also. So I'll write that option up here too.
Okay. I'm sorry. You did it. No, I really didn't.
Okay. I was like, what happened?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have to do 8,100 minus 4, 6.
Okay, now we have to write this.
I think this square.
That's constant.
What?
Yeah.
That's wrong. Yep, that's right. I don't like being wrong.
Wait, we want
Now, how'd you get 4,000? There you go, 4,000. You guys have different answers.
Wait, Mr.
It looks like you're going to have more concrete than grass. So, is this 10? Yeah, so 50 feet, and then 50 feet. Or no, 45 feet. 1, 2, 3. So 45 times 50. Did you write that? Why didn't you write things down here? I mean, you have it here, 45 times 50, but you want to like put it somewhere else. If your areas come up as wrong, you got to go back and recalculate. Check your work, see what you did. So then, did we check this area is 1750? This is 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 14 boxes. Right? Yeah, so she got 70. Then
You have to.
5
Wait,
is,
you have to calculate.
this is
You only
25,
wanna buy
right?
one.
70 times 25.
How long is this? So what? Oh yeah, it's 18.
Yeah, so that is 17.
So it would be 18 times.
So, that's, yeah, so 4,000. But then, let's make sure we drew it correctly as to what we got on there.
There was on this side of fencing. This must be the bad side.
Plus 17.
What, do we fence in our house?
What is that? Don't type in. That's what happened. You typed it. So
Hey guys, you do not need to type in labels. The label's at the top of the column. So when you go to type in how many actual square feet you have, you're just typing in the number. Right? So if I'm here trying to buy my concrete, I got $29.50 for my drawing. And then 81, I gotta do math. Well, we said 8,100 total, right? Guys, you should be double checking. Like this will tell you if you're right or wrong. No, it shows you. This. That edge.
Oh, just that edge?
Yeah, that edge. So let's say your dog messed it up or something. It says left edge. If we read carefully.
So we just need to replace that driveway.
Yep.
Is that the only side we need to
Yep.
highlight?
Only the
That
left
neighbor's
side.
mean. They want us to put in a new fence.
Jeez, they can put it in there.
Yeah, I don't know if either of them are right. They're not in my math class, so I don't teach them. So we got the area right, and we're doing all that stuff. Sweet. So like, we're struggling with the areas. So why does this say 6?
Yeah, they're both
Oh,
wrong.
the whole thing.
18 times
But then we have these extra squares down here, right? Did you account for those? So let's double check this.
because this is 18 and this is
You split them? Yeah, I would have done that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we work with 12, how long is that? 60 without the driveway. Right? That's probably where you're getting confused. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you? Yeah. So 10 and a half, that's going to make it annoying. That's going to be 52 and a half feet, right? So we can jot that somewhere. So the house is going to be 52 and a half times 60 for the house area. Yeah. So that's just house area. Right? That is just the house. Then we got to go do the driveway. Okay, does that make sense? You could get a handheld calculator, not have to switch between tabs. Just saying, we got a lot of this here.
Do we need to draw a fence?
Alright.
oh, because
Got our areas correct?
do we draw the
Yeah, I feel it. I get it. At home, I never have my laptop on anything.
Oh, no.
Wait, so it should be.
How many boxes?
What, do we draw the fence?
Highlight the fence on your drawing. Fence is only the left edge, guys.
I did a horrible drawing for my house. The lines weren't straight and I still used the ruler. How many boxes is the fence?
So guys, we only have about 3 more minutes with this. Do me a favor. Because we didn't get as far with this as I wanted to, do me a favor. Write on the front of your paper, top left, there's open space. Right? Go to the front, go back to the front if you're on the back. Up there, write FH6 2XY. At any point today and or this weekend, if you're interested in this, I'm going to leave them open. I'm going to leave these activities up. Hopefully my computer just stays up and keeps it running. I think unless I like close the activity down, it should let you into it.
Do we have to do this?
No. So, like we like to do at Phoenix, we want to support you exploring your passions. So if you're into math and if you're into like interior design and home type stuff, this gets like, yeah, it's practicing math. And if you're struggling with any of this, it'd be really good to practice. Once you pick your layout, we then start designing like what is my one door going to look like? Like, do I have a doggy door? Do I have a full-size door? What is my window going to look like? And then we start buying, like, wall covering materials. Like, this is kind of a fun activity. We'll come back to this, but if you're into it and you get bored, like you got nothing else really to do this weekend or whatever, like feel free to come back to this and play with it some more. Hey, it doesn't matter. I don't know when we might come back to this, but I'll try to come back to this. This is a Desmos activity I've never done before. So, like, I just made this worksheet between last night and this morning, so I realized, like, oh, if we're going to do it, I kind of want them to have a worksheet to do their work on.
I guess I like big kids.
I wonder why.
Yeah, we just want
Maybe your
that.
dad influenced that a little bit.
I don't know, maybe.
You did the chef special. Yeah. So then write that on your paper, so we're back here now. Wait, did you didn't do your fence yet?
Yeah, I did.
Well, then you gotta write it in.
Oh.
Guys, if you're doing stuff in Desmos, you're writing stuff on the paper. So the fence is on the back. So if you did the fence, you should have written a couple things on the back.
We're not having kids, we're getting the whole theater.
You're getting the home theater.
One room and a.
What's due on Monday? 411 and 412. Please log off and put your devices away. Your internet devices.